right now. And when you look at the notable sales, you can understand why they were able to sell the dream of Brighton to a player like João Pedro, because these are the types of clubs you can go to. You can go to Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham, clubs that are fighting for Europe, clubs that are fighting for major silverware and challenging to win the Premier League every season. That's what you can move to if you succeed at Brighton. But Brighton are only willing to sell when it works for them. But I think when you consider this here, they wouldn't be able to get the likes of João Pedro if they weren't able to say to him, if a club meets your valuation at the right time for us and it works for you, then we'll let you move on. And it does feel like it's the right time for João Pedro to move on with that concrete interest there. Brighton, I think, would have loved to see him a little bit closer to his peak, despite having 2 really good seasons.
I think the thing to point out as well, Brighton sell players for a lot of money, but you don't want to get the reputation of only being able to leave a club for big money. So they need to get that balance right between getting what they want for a player, but not saying to other clubs, hang on, we can't take you to Brighton as a player because actually it's really difficult to get you out because they want big money. So it's about getting that balance right between selling something that you want, but also getting a player out there for fair market value, because otherwise you get the reputation. Don't go to Brighton because it's really difficult to get you out of Brighton because they only want big money for you. So that's where they're treading that fine line. But the business they've done has been absolutely exceptional. It's one of the best run clubs in the Premier League. The people that are there operating Brighton and Hove Albion are sensational at what they do, and they're very much the model for not just Premier League sides, but every team in the world is looking at what they do going, right, how can we be like Brighton because they're so good at what they do.